This morning, it'll be a busy couple of days for road crews in our area. And the Appalachia Service Project continued its flood recovery work. We have those details.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good Friday morning to you. I'm Caroline Mueller here with you on this December 12th. The time is now 6:29. Let's go ahead and check in with meteorologist Megan Dusmal for a look at your forecast this morning. Megan, I think this is maybe one of the rare times where I'm kind of okay with the snow, just because we're going into the weekend, and so I wouldn't mind a nice snowy weekend end, but don't love that during the work week when I'm outside all the time.
I would have to agree with you. It's nice to see the snow and be indoors, but not to be out in the weather. And today's another one of those days, especially if you are heading out on the road this morning. I need you to be careful and be aware of other folks on the road, because especially for our northern counties, we're seeing some heavy snowfall and definitely some hazardous road conditions, so be careful. Now, in terms of those temperatures, right now we are also chilly, so you will need to spend some extra time heating up your car and, of course, also dusting the snow off of your windshield. Right now we're looking upper 20s and low 30s, and by the afternoon it'll be the upper 30s and low 40s. Still pretty chilly as we're heading into the warmest parts of your day, but high temperatures will be around that 4 o'clock time frame. Most of the snow will be clearing out by the early afternoon. Caroline.
Sounds good, Megan. Thank you. 2 people are dead this morning following a crash in Lewis County, Kentucky. It happened in Vanceburg around 3 o'clock yesterday. State police say a Jeep traveling on Kentucky 59 failed to yield to a commercial vehicle at the Kentucky 9 junction, causing a collision. Police say that the 2 people in the Jeep, Amber and Gary Cole, both from Moorhead, were pronounced dead at the scene. The driver of the commercial vehicle was not injured. Kentucky State Police are investigating a death after a woman was found unresponsive. Troopers say they were called to the Millard community on Tuesday after receiving a 911 call. When they got to the scene, they say they found the body of 53-year-old Valerie McPeak of Pikeville. She was pronounced dead at the scene by the coroner's office. Troopers say foul play is not suspected at this time. In Martin County, police arrested a man after they say he jumped into a river in an effort to evade them. It happened on Sunday. Police say they knew Brett Waller had a warrant for his arrest, which was for a strangulation charge in a separate incident. Police say when Waller knew they were after him, he jumped into the Tug River. He was taken to the Big Sandy Regional Detention Center. We previously reported Waller was arrested after jumping into the river last year as well. Retired minister and a beloved Clay County native, Pastor Doug Abner, died Tuesday. Along with leading others to Christ, he is also credited with helping organize a march against drugs in 2004 that gained national attention and took him across the country. WMT's McKinley Calandrino spoke to those he worked with about the legacy he leaves behind.
Doug Abner, a well-known and loved pastor in Clay County, died on December 9th, leaving a legacy of integrity, leadership, and community impact.
But he was just a man filled with the Holy Spirit, and you could tell that. You could sense that here was a man of God, and here was someone we could follow.
In 2004, Ken Boland worked with Abner and other pastors to fight against the drug epidemic in the community through an anti-drug march.
We went everywhere helping communities organize marches against drugs. But after the success of our march, we got together and said that we would never, ever take credit for anything, any success that we had done in what we've been doing over the past years.
Later in 2007, Boland and Abner received the Tony Turner Award at the East Kentucky Leadership Conference for their spiritual revival efforts and dedication to tackling the drug epidemic.
God put Doug and I together. God did it all. We were just sort of instruments in God's hands.
Abner also helped boost Operation Unite's faith-based movement and changed many lives in the process.
We would not have had a faith-based movement if it were not for Doug. He was really our spiritual advisor, our conscience, and he would always tell us when he felt like we could do things better.
And while he is no longer with us, his legacy will live on.
There's people alive today that found recovery, that found treatment, that got the help they needed solely because of Doug Abner.
To those he helped serve and the ones he served with.
I'm going to miss my good friend Doug. He taught me a lot.
In Clay County, McKinley Calandrino, WYMT Mountain News.
Abner's funeral will be today at 7 p.m. at the City of Hope Church. The burial will be on Saturday at noon at Manchester Memorial Gardens. The family will receive friends and loved ones Friday after 4. Doug Abner was 78. In Laurel County, one man is facing charges after police say he was caught on someone's property. It happened on Monday at a home off Sinking Creek Road. Police learned while going to the scene that Hugo Giovanni Vasquez was detained by the homeowner and another person. This reportedly happened after they saw Vasquez breaking into an outbuilding. When police learned that the homeowner had watched Vasquez break in, they took him to jail. It could be a busy couple of days for road crews in our area. Several inches of snow could cause treacherous driving conditions in parts of central and southern Kentucky. In Boyd County, the emergency management plow trucks are ready. They are equipped to help clear the roads and when snow makes the roads unusable. One of the members with emergency management talked about what they are doing to help keep people safe.
The crews are all ready. They make, long before this ever happens, they make sure that our salt deliveries are here, that our salt barns are full, plows are ready. So
we normally operate a night shift until the roads are completely clear for a couple nights.
The Salvation Army in Ashland will be open as a warming station for those in Boyd County. When you think of a play during Christmas time, you might think of A Christmas Carol, maybe A Charlie Brown Christmas, or even How the Grinch Stole Christmas. But a group of actors in Knox County are bringing a twist to Christmas time classics. WMT's Neely Green spoke to those participating in Resilience.
What comes to mind when you think of resilience? Is it helping someone struggling with addiction, maybe advocating for your child diagnosed with cancer, or even supporting your family through a tough time? These women are just some of the faces of resilience.
It takes a lot to share your darkest, most traumatic moments with people and to relive those yourself. And now, I hope that it helps to bring healing.
Kat Gogwin is the owner of Tri-County Mystery Meats and wrote the play Resilience. The show is split into 2 acts. The first features real stories of resilience from real people.
Man, when you get to know someone's why, it changes everything.
But they learn to be tough. And everybody was happy that lived like that. They never give up. They just hung in there.
And Act 2 reenacts the events of the May tornado, centering around accounts of those in the eye of the storm.
We have an ensemble, and they make sound effects and stuff, and it's like surreal compared to, what those people actually experienced.
While the show may focus on those persevering and pulling through challenging times, it also shares the message of community and being present in a time of need.
Everybody just came together and it took the community.
One line that sticks with me is that, get to know your neighbors because often they're your first responders.
The show is made possible with the help of their sponsors, Central Appalachian Network and Kentucky Foundation for Women. In Knox County, Neely Green, WYMT Mountain News.
That was just a small glimpse into these stories of resilience. You can hear those stories and watch the play this weekend. To see dates and times for the show, just find this story on our website, WYMT.com. It's been nearly 7 months since that deadly tornado touched down in southern Kentucky. Those who survived the storm are still working to rebuild. Tanya Poindexter's property looked much different now compared to earlier in the year. After the tornado, she had to demolish her entire home and build it again from the ground up. With the help of her community, she was happy to design and build her own home, but she mourns what was lost. the place she grew up and the place her grandparents lived.
It's still sad for me because I've lost a feeling of it. It was part of my heritage.
Not only was Poindexter's home impacted by the tornado, but also what she does for a living, working at the Wilderness Trail Wildlife Center. Poindexter is accepting donations from anyone that can help her rebuild. She says because she's a nonprofit, any donations will be a tax write-off. The Appalachia Service Project continued its flood recovery work yesterday, dedicating a new mortgage-free home to a Knox County mother impacted by both the 2022 flood and flooding earlier this year. The key handoff happened at the Chestnut Ridge Higher Ground community, where several nonprofits are working to move families out of flood-prone areas. ASP's Vice President of New Building Disaster Recovery, Chris Schroeder, says their commitment to Eastern Kentucky is not going anywhere.
These mountains are our home. These people are our family. It was no decision at all. We were going to always be here and be here until the job is done or all needs are met.
ASP says several more homes on Chestnut Ridge are close to completion. Kentucky's first medical cannabis product is about to hit shelves for the first time this weekend. Governor Andy Beshear made the announcement during yesterday's Team Kentucky update. The products will be available where grown by Farmtucky, making them the first licensed cultivators to get medical cannabis on the market. While products are only available to Kentuckians who have a medical cannabis card, the governor anticipates the dispensary supply will run out quickly.
So as a reminder, this Saturday will be the first day that medical cannabis is available to patients that are certified, but there will be a limited supply that we expect to run out on Saturday. But this shows certainly what's coming and is a big mark that we have now hit in this program.
The Post dispensary is scheduled to be open from 10 a.m. until 6 or until supplies runs out. More products will be sent to dispensaries as cultivators get running up to full capacity.
And as you're heading out the door this morning, still facing those very cold temperatures, upper 20s and low 30s out the door. And we're only going to see those temperatures warming up a little bit into the afternoon, into the upper 30s and low 40s. But in terms of what we're seeing right now, still very much holding on to some heavier snow for our northern counties, especially as we're traveling into Logan and Mingo County, West Virginia, as well as Johnson, Martin, and Lawrence County, Kentucky. Now that will clear out throughout the morning. By the time we head into the early afternoon, we'll be looking at those partly cloudy to cloudy skies. So let's break down that forecast for you as you're heading out the door. If you have not had school canceled, that bus stop forecast will have the low 30s with some snow showers. And by the time you're heading home, we're looking at temperatures warming up into the upper 30s and low 40s. Caroline.
Thank you, Megan, and thank you for joining us. The time is now 6:41. Still to come on Mountain News this morning, the clock is ticking to get presents delivered in time for Christmas. We have the shipping deadlines you don't want to miss.